What are your reflections on the experiences as we come to this year's World Cancer Day? What are the most important lessons from the 8 years of your life since you were diagnosed with leukemia?
The best way to celebrate the World Cancer Day is to make sure that people get access, to spread awareness. If a treatment is available, make it known to everybody so that people, when people hear about cancer, 1, they think costs, 2, they think death, 3, they think this is too big or too overwhelming for them. So it's just spreading awareness, and if something that is something that Henzo is doing, and we also have so many support groups under the big umbrella KENCO, the Kenyan Network of Cancer Organizations, where through this we can access every part of the country to make sure that they get the message.
There are also second-line drugs for those patients who don't respond, to the fast treatment. Are these drugs also available through your collaboration with Max Foundation?
Yes, they are. And the good thing is also these second-line drugs are catered for by NHIF, some partly, in part, and they're quite expensive, but you find that if we can find a way to make these drugs free of charge, because the Max Foundation caters for part of it, the government also caters for part of the payment through NHIF, and then the supplier Novartis also caters for part of it also. So you find that together we are trying to make the medication available to the patients, and at the lowest cost, or if possible, no cost at all.
So what are the mental and physical benefits of belonging to support groups such as Henzo Kenya?
It's really helpful because it makes you feel at home. You can share anything, and nobody will look at you with judgment, or you'll feel at home. You feel at home sharing, and then you can ask, because there are so many people who have been diagnosed ahead of you, and they have had similar experiences. So you find that if I am going through something, or if a newly diagnosed patient is going through something, they can ask. We have a group, a WhatsApp group, even 3 of them now, because the numbers are too much.
How often do you meet?
We meet twice a year. In the major meeting is usually in September, on 22nd September, which which also marks as the World CML Day. It's celebrated across the world. So that's where all the patients come together. We ask questions. Also the caregivers and doctors also come. So patients get to ask any questions they want, and also just to catch up with everybody and to know how they are doing.
What are some of the things you deliberate on, for example?
Progress. How are people progressing? We know we get to meet every 2 weeks, but due to COVID-19, all the clinics were suspended because, we have to take care of the patients.
Well, thank you so much for your comments as well that are coming through our Facebook page. Just thanking Livingstone for sharing his story. Lucy Wayego, thank you so much for that. Rachel Blode from Oloi Tok says, thank you so much for sharing, going through this. Laban Tanui Kaptel, he also tuned in from Nandi County, just thanking you for sharing your story with them. The international theme of World Cancer Day is I am and I will, meaning that we all have a role to play in reducing the number of premature deaths for cancer. How would you like to see individuals, whatever their positions, getting involved in the fight against cancer?
It starts with me and you, actually. Yes. Right now here, we are spreading awareness.
I am Millicent Aroka, and I will bring as many people to just talk about this, right?
Yes. So it starts with, it's everyone's responsibility.
Yes.
So we can win against cancer. It's everyone. We have it. It takes you. It takes me. It takes everybody that has. Everybody has a role to play. I mean. Yeah. So we have to keep going. We have to keep giving hope, and to make sure that people get the message. Cancer is not a death sentence. Wow. Cancer does not mean you can't achieve or attain your dreams.
Wow.
Cancer is just a journey, and you have to survive through it.
That is why Livingstone Simiyu is going to be an advocate in Kenya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing with us your story. That's Livingstone Simiyu, who was diagnosed with blood cancer, also known as leukemia, in 2013. He's also the secretary of a support group called Henzo Kenya, which comprises of people living with leukemia. And he's shared with us his story. He's not, reneging on what he had planned to do with his life, which is to be a lawyer. He's gone through the paces and only has a few exams to go, and we love it because I know that he will eventually live his dream, because cancer is not a death sentence. And the most important thing is that we can all do something about it in our own spaces. You can do some artwork. How about you draw something that is going to actually be passing that message? Each and every one can get to do something about it. Remember, a podcast of this conversation will be available on www.kbc.co.ke, and you can listen again on air during the night runner straight after midnight.